From the KDLM studios in Detroit Lakes, it's Hodge Podge with Carol McCarthy, presented by Partnership for Health, and now airing on TV3.
Welcome back to Hodge Podge, and joining me next in our special series with Becker County Energize, I've got Erika Gilsdorf on Zoom this morning. Good morning, Erika.
Morning, Carol. How are you?
Just great. Holding in there, hanging in there. As you are, I see, doing well.
Yes.
Today we are going to talk about Becker County Energize and the work they do, working together to create a healthier community, not only physically, but also mental well-being, mental health well-being. And let's talk a little bit about your work with Becker County Energize on a mental health series and actually what it means to you creating a healthier community.
Yeah, a lot of people I hear, well, not a lot, but when you hear about Becker County Energize, they're like, well, what do they do? And to me, what they do is they help make things happen. So since I've been little, I've had OCD, and I really wanted to do a series on mental health to really show people what it's like to have a number of different mental health cases or situations. And I approached Karen with Becker County Energize and said, hey, I really want to do this. And she makes things happen. So Becker County Energize really connected me with people to not only be in the series, but to the medical professionals and the concept of, hey, let's make this a little bigger. And we then collaborated with the newspaper and with hospitals and clinics and people from the community. And so that's what it means to me, is really a success of bringing partners together within a community to make something really great happen.
Okay. All right. So you helped create this series called Inside Out. And now, how have you seen the success of what you want the community to know about Inside Out?
Yeah, what I think was really exciting was I didn't know, that this would be, I just knew, me personally, I wanted more people to know about this. And what I really wanted to make a difference, and what happened was we created this connection, like I said earlier, with the newspaper, with the radio stations relating broadcasting, through TV3 with broadcasting, but the local tech, M-State. And we had over 200 people show up at this event in the middle of February that was already canceled once because of a snow blizzard. And I was saying, I'll be happy if, 30 people show up, because I'll know I made a difference for 30 people. And we walked out and they said, you need more chairs. And we had to bring in chairs, standing room only. And it was, you could hear a pin drop. It was just so much information. And the best part is people really felt supported. Like people called, they hugged me, they wrote, they just were like, this has really helped me to feel like it was recognized that I'm not alone, that the community stands up for mental health and the desire to break the stigma. So it's just so, I know it's goofy, but I have goosebumps because it was just so much impact of what affected people personally and collectively. Like as a community, we really value mental health.
Very good. So are you working on more of this? Are you bringing it to another level? What is your call to action for the community?
Great. So we've been asked to, expand, and unfortunately we were supposed to do that this May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is why this is really great. I'm talking this month. And we were supposed to have another 4-part series, and the radio, TV, and newspaper were all on board again. And with COVID, we just couldn't have a closed, a session again. So we're going to be working on that this fall, hopefully. But the biggest call to action is, through Becker County Energize, we drove all traffic through this to them because that's our community hub and that's what we have. And so we really want people to go to beckercountyenergize.com. The whole project and Inside Out, there's resource pages, there's videos. All the videos, if you missed them, are on there. They're short, some are longer, but it gives a 3-part thing. It gives a insight of what it's like living with something, which people really like. It's called a simulation. Like, this is what it looks like to me, first person perspective. Then we talk to that person, and they talk about what it's like having depression or PTSD. And then we talk to a medical professional who talks about not only how you can recognize it in yourself, but how you can help yourself, but also how you can help somebody you know who you think might be suffering with it or might already have challenges, and how you can be a supportive friend or family member. And so that's really important. And, you know, there's common questions and answers on there about mental health and substance use. There's resources in Becker County. If you know somebody's suicidal, where you can call, how you can get help, that kind of thing.
All right. We're talking to Erika Gilsdorf, who is involved with Becker County Energize through the Inside Out program that she helped produce. And it is online and available at Becker County Energize's website if you want to, like she said, check it out. And really the whole point of this, too, is to let people know that it is okay to feel this way. You know, whether you're depressed or you have OCD, it's normal. It's right. Okay. It's okay.
Right. And I tell people right now, I've been telling people, like, this is a really good opportunity to break that barrier of not wanting to talk about mental illness, because everybody is having struggles right now. Globally, everybody is having challenges with staying calm, you know, feeling at peace and not freaking out with the craziness of what's going on in the world. And so it's really okay to ask anybody right now, hey, how's your mental health doing? Because everybody will be like, oh my gosh, I'm really struggling, or I'm upset, or I'm getting outside. So everybody's having to practice healthy qualities, like healthy patterns, like healthy behaviors, like getting good sleep, eating well, staying connected with people, meditating, you know, being present. And so this is a really good opportunity to just say flat out to people, you know, how's your mental health doing? And people that, you know, struggle, it's okay. You know, I learned that in our series from the medical professionals. It's okay to say, how are you doing? Like, this is tough. Like, how are you doing? And I'm here if you want to talk. And if you are somebody who struggles with this, you know, it's important to talk to somebody and be like, I'm having a hard time. And I did that earlier in March. All of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. And I actually, it's hard to reach out for people, but I reached out to my cousins from California who I hardly ever talked to. And we had a Zoom call, and it just kind of got me back to like, okay, we can still, you know, connect. And I just felt great. So, you know, you and I have gotten together on, you know, calls with our Natural Innovations group, and it just feels good to connect with people. And so that's important. And get involved. Like, you know, sign up for the BCE newsletter, get notifications on meetings that you can engage with others. You know, Becker County Energize, or contact Karen. Like, she even gives her number on Becker County Energize, 218-255-3919. You know, call. I mean, that's what Becker County Energize is cool. It's not this faraway organization. Karen lives in town. We live in town. Everybody, the resources are in town. If you have a need, you just have to call and get on the site and email, and you can get involved and get information.
Mm-hmm. And what's something that you can leave with people today? You know, if they call, but they don't have that feeling. You know, you can also perform, you know,
right
things. Yeah. You can do things. You can do things to make yourself feel better, to kind of break out of that, you know, like you said, calling, but you can also perform random acts of kindness.
Right. Yeah. And Karen is so cool. She always encourages that, which is so good to remember, you know, random acts of kindness, like my aunt, for example. She's 75, and she had a note in her mailbox from her neighbor who said, hey, let me know if you ever need for me to run to the grocery store for you. Let me know whatever you need. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she was so touched. So random act of kindness of knowing you can. I call my friend who's, you know, in a nursing home. He's locked in. I call him every day. I drop off little flowers once in a while. I drop off fresh grapes because he wants grapes, or a tangerine. things you can't get. We visit through the window and he's on his cell phone. And, you know, it's all those kind of things that really, really make a difference. And, you know, call your parents more, call a friend, you know, like you never know. I had my minister call me, shout out to Mark Heater at Congregational Church, who called me randomly like, hey, I just want to check how you're doing. And I mean, I needed a call at that moment. I was just feeling down with the state of the world, and it was so good. So random act of, I call it lighting somebody else's candle. Like sometimes our candle can almost burn out, like on Christmas Eve when you light somebody's candle. We have to remember to light somebody's candle that might be getting low, because right now a lot of people's candles are getting low. So
some good advice from Erika Gilsdorf. She works with the Becker County Energize, has produced this great series called Inside Out, and it's available on the Becker County Energize website, and that is a great place to go for resources. If you're feeling that you need to reach out, like Erika said, you know, just do some of those acts of kindness, get in touch with people. Zoom, this time of Zoom is incredible too. It's just people, their faces are at your fingertips, literally, or just get them on the phone. It does help immensely. It does wonders. And you can reconnect with somebody you haven't talked to in a long, long time. And I think, if anything, this whole situation is helping a lot of people do that. So that's a great tool as well. But we are going to continue our series with Becker County Energize every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, talking about the great things, the many things Becker County Energize is doing in our area, our communities locally. As Erika had said, everybody here is local, and they're making our community a healthier community in mind, body, and spirit. So Erika, I appreciate your time today, and thanks for the information, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, thanks, Carol, for doing this series. We were so excited that you wanted to help with this series, and that you get to host this, because it's great, and it's really fun. People can tune in every Tuesday.
All right, at 9 o'clock, right here on KDLM. Erika Gilsdorf, thank you so much.
Thank you.